The two members of parliament were forcibly removed from the floors of the assembly by the security services for interrupting the president's State of the Nation address and subsequently withdrawn indefinitely. The matter went to the High Court and in its verdict agreed with the Speaker, but on appeal, the Supreme Court overturned the High Court's decision. Kashavivi's argument was that the lack of a rule providing the power to suspend MPs during disciplinary processes gave the Speaker the discretion to act.
The Speaker basically took the view that, or in addition took the view that the courts could not challenge or could not be approached to challenge his decision because Parliament was a separate organ of state from, in this case, the judicial branch.
Kashavivi was also of the impression that this matter and parliamentary matters alike cannot be litigated in court, as the Parliament should be seen as an independent organ of state as provided for by the principle of separation of power.
The main issue was what is understanding of the separation of powers principle, which basically provides that there are three organs of the state which are separate and independent from one another, even though they operate together to form a functional state: the legislature, the judiciary, and the executive. So first, the Supreme Court decided that the Speaker's role does not include taking disciplinary action against the LPM members under the standing rules. The Speaker only has the power to maintain order in the National Assembly. The court found that it had the power over decisions that were taken by Parliament, such as that of the Speaker to withdraw the members of the LPM.
Ndeunyema thus says this is the reason why the Supreme Court found that the Speaker's decision to indefinitely suspend the two MPs was unlawful and of no effect because that decision was not made by Parliament itself but by the Speaker.
Now, no doubt the Speaker's decision, unlawful decision, has had significant political implications. This is because the withdrawal of the two members of the LPM meant that those who voted for the LPM and these two members were deprived of their representatives participating in the important work of Parliament for a period of almost 4 months. Now, nevertheless, and on the facts that have been provided, or the facts of this matter, I don't think it would be appropriate for personal consequences to befall the Speaker in this context, given that it was not claimed or established that the Speaker had acted both unlawfully and with knowledge of unlawfulness or with malicious intention.
The scholar says the judgment is a call for courts to also decide on matters that has political implications, but focusing on the legal questions that arise, bearing the public interest in mind.
It is worth reflecting on the significance of this decision going forward for both the National Assembly and for our constitutional democracy. And that is that our constitution is supreme in our country. And this basic principle of constitutional supremacy arises and allows for the courts to scrutinize even the conduct of Parliament. The issues that our members of Parliament debate give rise to intense passion, no doubt, and the views are often divisive. But we certainly would not want our democracy, which is based on the robust exchange of ideas and debate, to continuously descend into chaos. So in my view, the courts have played an effective and commendable role in being called upon to mediate and resolve a political dispute by considering the legal and constitutional questions.
Dr. Ndeunyema is, however, optimistic that inasmuch as Namibia may have many hurdles to overcome to reach full maturity as a democracy, but this Supreme Court decision alone is a sign of a young yet functional constitutional democracy. And I'm Daniel Ndeunyema, NBC News, Windhoek.